the tragedy of leaders emerging whose only claim to fame was that they wanted to use their public office for reasons of personal benefit. Addressing your question, where did I derive the power from? In whose interest do I use this power? And we then had a new crop of African leaders throughout. The emergence of guerrilla leaders, unemployment, hunger, ethnicity. They come about because of poor leadership. So if there is a single thing that we ought to deal with in Africa, and I dare say in Kenya, is the quality of leadership. We have too many individuals occupying positions of leadership, but they are not leaders. Let us not confuse the two. That is the tragedy that Africa makes on a daily basis. An individual occupies some position, and lo and behold, we treat them like demigods. We use the ballot box to elect a semi-illiterate who, to everybody's knowledge, knows very little, but immediately is elected. We think that there is some magic that happens in the ballot box. At every church service, he sits in front and is offered special prayers because he's now a counselor. When he walks into a room such as this, all of us stand, if he's a member of parliament or a councillor, and greet him with supported hands, calling him honorable. We have all sinned and fallen short of the glory of the expectation of this country. Because we treat these individuals as demigods. And when you treat people like demigods often enough, they begin to think that next to Jesus, they are the second sons and daughters of God. They begin to think that they rival the Prophet Muhammad. They begin to think that they are Lord Krishna himself, and we are responsible for it. So the question here today, when we launch this caucus, we must, as has been said very ably here by those who spoke before me, is to interrogate ourselves. What is it that has led us where we are? I remember in 1989, we were several times in the streets of Nairobi. Our sun has set at dawn. In 1992, we had a dawn, but the sun never rose beyond dawning. It set before dawn. Then in 1997, we also said we had a new dawn. And once again, the sun never rose. In 2002, we said we have a new dawn. And the tragedy of Kenya is that whenever there is a new dawn, we also have a new political party to go with it. So our political parties are not even parties. They are masks worn by opportunistic politicians upon their faces to avoid recognition by the public and the gods of democracy.